Hello everyone, this is Jim and welcome to episode 13 of oTech Minecraft. So we're back at the base again, time for a project back at the base. We've been all over the countryside lately, so I think it's time we set something up here. It will be related to our whole quarry setup, which we'll go have a glance at later. For example, if you can see in the background there, we have another bridge being built. We'll get that rail line here eventually, but a little bit later we'll do a bit of a flyby seeing where I've got to with all those bridges and things. But for now I want to start with a little telemetry wall here. Basically our quarry and our computer controlling it and everything is using a lot of wireless redstone signals. So we have a whole lot of transmitters and receivers around the place, sort of reporting on the status of things and seeing if something's blocked or empty or what. So it'd be good to have a little wall here showing a whole lot of things, so at a glance we can see if everything's running smoothly. So now this is going to be based on simple these little lights here. If we give it a lever, it just turns on if it's got a redstone signal, like that. And then we're going to also use a new block I've added to OBS Geology. So if we do 6 of these smooth pure black granite blocks with a rail in the middle and some of this silica adhesive like that, we get 6 of these blocks, connected rail display blocks. And then if we put these together we get a little rail line being displayed. Now it's not a rail block or anything, it's simply for display purposes. So what we can do here on our wall is show a little rail track to show the status of our various trains and things as they go from the main base to the quarry and things like that. So we'll be able to put something like these up here, and as well we can, if we make some more of these and just like that, and then if we put one of these with one of these lights like that, then we can run out of inventory space. We'll put our armor back on. There we go. Now these guys, like that, see that will then join to that. I think I found a bug. Never mind. And then if we put a redstone signal on this one, there's a light behind it. So we can use this to say, oh, the train's reached this section of the track and things like that. So let's see, we've got a whole lot of receivers, some wireless redstone receivers there, and so we can then link these to these lights, and then as well as those lights we'll also just have standard standalone lights, just these ones to indicate other things, and then we might mix in some other coloured lights and things as well. Also there's a block added by random things, these guys here, and you can right click these with a fluid bucket of any sort and it takes on the texture of the fluid. So we could have these somewhere up here to show us, to sort of represent our biofuel tanks back at the Frame Quarry depot, and then link that in to say, well, is it full or is it empty, is it only half full, and that kind of thing. So, so there's a lot of things we can mix into here. Just need to go through basically and make a list of all the signals we're receiving, and for that we have this. So I've got a whole lot of numbers written down. Wireless redstone doesn't seem to be recording channel names properly at the moment, so this basically will tell us what frequencies we need to use to see if something's happening. So if we have a look at 2002, I wonder if this guy's on at the moment. 2002. Oh look, they are all appearing at the moment. Sometimes all these labels disappear and sometimes they don't, like here. So now if we put this here, oh, there we go. So there's the quarry's running at the moment, and occasionally it's sending out a signal on this frequency here, and so we can then put this in the wall somewhere to show that signal being received. Yeah, so basically I'm just going to have to try and figure out a design. I think we've got a lot of these things on the actual Frame Quarry itself. We'll probably put the Frame Quarry sort of drill and platform and things over in this section, and then some of these rail blocks maybe along here to represent the track that joins that to the depot area, and maybe has some lights around here for that, and then another set of track for the new track we're going to build that goes from the depot to us, and then some more signals here for things that we'll eventually put over there for when the train's unloading and things. So I think we can get at least the bulk of this done in regards to the drill and the platform. So I'll get a few things together and maybe get a general layout going, and we'll see where we get to. Okay, so what I ended up doing was going through and putting a whole lot of signs up here to basically determine the layout here. It's going to be a bit tricky. I sort of didn't want to start putting things in without sort of remembering what I had. So for that particular the clipboard thing with everything on it, I've managed to put it up here. It was a feature that's been added to Bibliograph recently, which is really handy. So I could sort of just skim through the channels and see what's what, and then try and account for all of these up here. So at the moment we have sort of in a line here the drill part. So if the drill's going down or up, the update detector is being triggered, and the capacitor, whether the power is full or empty. As you can see, there's a to-do one there. That's not actually being measured at the moment, so we'll have to add that in later. And then if there's items in the last crate on the drill and things like that. And then similar, then the platform things, all these sort of things here. Are there trains on the platform? Is it placing rails at the moment? We do that once we move the platform forward and things like that. So yeah, so we'll sort of lay these ones out, and then we'll put some track sort of things and do the depot and everything else after. Hopefully we've got enough room. This sort of area we can probably use for more sort of telemetry around the place. Simon might want to put he's got a little telemetry there for his quarry. Might be able to move it up here somewhere. We can extend this room sort of, or this building outwards and out that way and things, but so I think now though, let's start putting some things out. Let's see, we'll get those fluid block thingies here, and then that, and some of the rails, and the light rails, and I've got some of these status lights, so they're red when there's no signal and green if there is a signal. We might need to do some inverted versions of those too. What else? And just some orange lights, they might be useful. So let's see. The track's a good one to start with. Let's see, train detectors. So, what do you reckon? Maybe there. We'll put these like that, and then what about just maybe here, like so. And then this one we'll get this guy, and to make this guy the light there. We'll just chuck the sign on it again. Blah 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 blah. Now they've got some crates on the platform, and just with some things on it to measure if there's items in them or not. And so in the last one, so if that one turns on, we want it to tell us that it hasn't been emptied for a while, and this one means that it's completely emptied out everything on the platform, all the goodies. So what we'll do for that, instead of putting actual crates here, we'll just do these chisel blocks with just some oak wood, like these, and they look a little bit like our crates. If we have a look at let's see, there's a crate for example. So we'll put that maybe Now we'll need both this and a light next to it. So last crate empty. Actually, we'll put the crate picture almost. So it's just like a picture, really, just to indicate that there's a crate there. Sort of the light color choice is important. It's if you want it to be sort of a warning signal, or if you want it to be just an indicator. So for like the last crate empty, we really just want that to be an indicator rather than a bright red signal. So I wonder if we can do this actually. If we get our RF exchanger, chuck him down, and can we then do? Oops, probably should have changed the radius. And sleep. Yeah, so our light color choice we want sort of bright red for things that are important or emergencies. There we go, we got those back. Good. Let's see. So they're crates. Oh yeah, and so we've got a drum holding lots of biofuel on the platform, and then a little buffer tank. I was having some problems with the Buildcraft gates on the drums, so we may not end up using all of these ones here. However, for now, let's see, we'll just put empty, full will be just sort of a signal there and there, maybe like you with you, and then empty can just be an orange light again, so I want a you, and red, want a red light for that. For the moment we'll put this there, although we do want to change that into a different kind of light, I think, for there, something like that. And then yeah, so there's some to-dos there. We'll have to check those, but for now let's get with there, and something like that. Yeah. Alright, let's hook up some of the receivers. So we see this guy's still flashing on and off. So what if we try and hook up the bud thing here, block update detector here, and again we just need this to be an orange one, I think. No, actually we'll use this one for that. Yes. Keep changing my mind. Grab you and put you there. Then around the back we're going to need some multi-parts, so let's grab this thing and cut this bit'll do, and you like so, and come around the back here, and I'll grab this guy here to stand on. So then we'll put that there, and then our receiver. Did I grab a receiver? So close. Receiver. Is it right in front of me? Where did I put the receivers? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So what channel was that? 2002? Okay, let's come around here and go whoop, and then shift and turn him, oops, one more, set him to 2002, which is, yeah, head. I was calling it the head at that point, but I changed it to drill at some other point. Alright, and then that one's flashing. Cool. Cool. So, what else could we put in? Last crate empty. We'll see if there's anything in the crates at the moment. Last crate empty. What was that? There we are, 2018. 2018. We'll come around here to, which was that one? I think it was this one, wasn't it? Nope. And then empty hand, one. You're gonna make me. So I can't touch the side to turn it, just have to go. on at the moment. Okay, so there's things in that last crate. So it looks like it's waiting for the train, which is this one here. So we might put one on here as well. We'll just put this like that just so I can mark it. There, and go around here. A silencer on the jetpack would be nice, wouldn't it? What was it? Train detectors. No trains on the platform at the moment. Okay. So yeah, so that's basically the plan. Not sure how many of these signs we'll leave. Some will be good to have up there, I think, because they sort of indicate what exactly we're showing with the lights. These ones we might be able to take these signs off, given we've got the tanks kind of to indicate things next to it. Yeah, alright, well I'll keep going and with some more of the other things and get this fleshed out a bit more. Okay guys, quick update. Wow, maybe quick. So, lots of signs still there but bit of everything's wired up. Well, most of the things are wired up except these to do and to check ones. As you can see, we've got the update detector flicking on and off occasionally, and currently the drill's coming up. I'm trying to sort of distinguish between, each of the regions of lights. I put sort of just a white outline for the drill bit and this blue for the platform. Yeah, not sure about the blue. Maybe it should just be like an outline. So if we sort of get that and then just change these back to black, and then just have an outline for the platform. Sort of wrapping a line around all the lights and things, it comes up with a pretty ugly shape for the platform. So we might look at adjusting that eventually. Oh yes, and there's the train. The train's at the platform at the moment, and yeah, so things are running. Ooh, and it flashes. Yeah, that's right, because there's a number of detectors on the platform, so that'll flash occasionally. We can put a state cell or something in. So here's where the depot will be. There's not a lot at the depot at the moment. All this will be biofuel, and whether the actual biofuel production is on at the moment. And a lot of the computer based things will put lights there, and then this will be sort of the rail between the depot and here, and then any lights we need for this base here. So it sort of wraps around the corner, run out of space. But yeah, in terms of the wiring, had to tweak the wiring a little bit around here. Just with the way redstone works and with the way the receivers work, if you power it directly on the block, it powers that block, so it lights the block above it and below it and around it. So I use these redstone insulated cables to then hook these up so that when one of them's on, it only lights up that block rather than all the blocks around it. And that means that one up there, if we just quickly check, so the drill is at the platform at the moment, which is good. So this will be filling up the capacitor at the moment. Yeah, I get a bit funny typing the signs, don't I? Drill capacitor full. So it's a bit ugly back here, which is alright. That one is one to do. So yeah, it's all sort of squeezed in and things. And we'll sort of close this off, I think, so that we don't get creepers and things spawning in here and blowing things up. That would be very bad. So yeah, so that's kind of the progress at the moment. And again, the signs don't really look too good, do they? They're sort of, it'd be nice just to have lights and things, but will I remember what each light means if I take off the signs? Some of them probably, but yeah, so I might try removing it and see if it looks better. We'll see. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. It's quite tedious sort of putting all those things up. So let's go have a fly around and check out the state of the rail line at the moment. we're nearly there, I think. This is a temporary bit. I put this in a while ago, but this is a new bridge. Just started on this new bridge here. You can sort of see the general layout there. Still working on sort of a bit of a pattern for these guys. Yeah, playing with that. But this is the colour I'm using simply because I had a lot of this stuff from the quarry. So yeah, another nice bridge, not too tall here. So that'll go over to this island here, and then we'll have another bridge span this little river here. And then over here, this bit's coming along quite well. Similar design to what we decided on last time, what we played with, in that I've got it sort of like the green, ended up doing that green like I did at the end last time, and yeah, so it's getting there as well. Quite a long section along here. Then once it gets to the end, near where it merges with the bridge here, still figuring out the best way to merge it here, seeing we don't come off the end there. Probably basically what I was thinking, we just have the bridge basically merge or go through almost this one, and then the tracks could then just sort of divert onto there. As for the big suspension bridge itself, gradually getting through, it's requiring a lot of the nether brick walls there, and got all cobble in place, so then we can just exchange it as I get more of that red sandstone, because I keep running out of that too, but I think I've just got a whole lot more recently. So it's coming along nicely too, so almost there, but certainly the track on it is all ready to go. We can just, well, the path for the track, just need to actually lay the track. So it's looking good as well, nearly there. And then from here, I can't remember where I got to last time. I don't know if I had these bits out the back, sort of after the big pillars, these bits sort of then just embedding in these big solid chunks here. These ones are a bit funny, they have to sort of embed into the wall things here, but so then yeah, so once we get to this side, then the track will come along here. Again, this sort of section's kind of temporary at the moment till I figure out what's the best way to do with this, and then we'll have a track going up. Now the train will go over this same track backwards and forwards initially, but we'll turn it into a loop so it goes off there, and we build a whole new track coming back. And we're getting lots of stuff from the Frame Quarry at the moment. Heaps and heaps and heaps of goodies. I'm getting some of this orange stuff now, and oh, got some of that. There you go. So we fly out and see where it is at the moment. There's all our transmitters and things. So it comes along here. It seems to be all working mostly. Well, there's the train up there arriving. No real headaches. There's been a few teething issues along the way, but I like that spot there. Turned out that was where the block breaker heads had run out, so it had come all the way down and then get down there, and there was one breaker head that was missing and one that had run out of things, so uses. So it sort of got down there and just came back up again and then kept on moving. So rather than push it back, just started it back down here again, and yeah, as you can see, we're getting a nice long trench here. And where is he? There he is. Oh, he's down there. So plenty of rock. Oh, good. This is the stuff we use for the bridge, so it's dug up plenty of that, which is good. And there he goes. So yeah, it seems to be running along nicely. Oh, gold. Grab that. Definitely need to widen him though, so he gets more of this stuff on the side, because he's missing a little bit too much at the moment. Come on, click. There we go. Yeah. So, and then all the way. Oh, one other thing I added up here, which is handy. As this is getting further and further away from the base, I've started to helicopter out here, and so I built a little helipad. So we've got a helipad as part of the whole platform now, which is good because it means you can just come along and land here and do whatever needs to be doing here, and then jump in the helicopter and fly back. Got the jetpack, but it's more fun flying a helicopter. And here he comes. So yeah, all coming along nicely. But I think that'll do us today. I'll get working on the rest of that telemetry system for next time, and might see if I can start widening this if we've got enough resources to widen the drill head there. But I think that's all good. So, whoa, we're zoomed out a long way there, aren't we? So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.